subscribe? Darling Radio, watch and subscribe.
Let's get Shannon. Shannon, how are you?
Hello, I just joined the space, so I'm just wondering what you guys are talking about tonight.
Oh, just different stuff. What's on your mind? We're talking about different stuff. What's on your mind?
Well, I'm like all of you guys. I'm worried about the price of eggs, the price of cheese, whatever it is.
Mhm.
It's all coming down.
Yeah, I think it is. Definitely. And I'm worried about the price of healthcare as well.
All right.
But
Thank you, Shannon. Freedom, what's up, dear? Hop on, Freedom.
Hey. Okay, how do I say this? Tariq, you do realize that the entire planet cannot distinguish between foundational Black Americans to Africans to Caribbean people to people moving from Africa to America. You realize you're all Black, right?
And you realize that many people cannot distinguish between a Japanese, a Chinese, and a Korean. They're all
Right.
Asian, yet they
So
have their
remind
unique
yourself,
unique ethnic groups, right?
but Tariq, let me finish. You always cut me off. I'm trying to bring you a point, and I'm always respectful to you.
Let's go. Go ahead.
What I don't understand is that, like, I've been in your spaces a few times, and like you put down people from Africa.
I do not. No, I don't.
You know, you don't. You don't like throw curse words, but you're basically saying you're not me, so you're not a part of us. So it's like, what?
That's
What
not
are
a
you
ma'am.
doing?
But that's not a put down. Just I have a unique ethnic group. The woman who called up was basically trying to pretend to be us, and she's not. That's not a put down. We come from two different ethnic groups. This woman was too ashamed to even name the country she came from. I'm not ashamed of my lineage. So that makes us different even in that respect. Right? Huh?
Okay, well, that woman before, I have no idea why she couldn't say where she was from.
Right.
But
Yeah, I don't come from that.
I
None of my.
just think, like,
You ask anybody in my
you
family
don't
where they're
see
from,
white
we'll start naming
people.
it
You don't
off.
see
I
white
go
people
ahead.
saying you're not from here, so you're not from. You're not one of us. I mean, it's like ridiculous.
No, she's not of my lineage. Yeah,
Not her. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about all the other people that
right.
come in here.
Yes, none of these people. They're we respect their lineages. They have to respect ours. What we don't want is people coming over tethering off of our lineage, pretending to be from our lineage, and then trying to act as representatives for us when they don't have our lineage and our collective interest in mind for betterment. So that's a problem. We don't want
But you
outside.
realize the collective world has no idea how to distinguish the two or three.
Yes, they they know. Oh, yes, they know. Because listen, the collective world, they're influenced by foundational Black American culture. When you go around the world, they're dressed like foundational Black Americans. They're not dressed like Ethiopians. When you go around the world, they're not dressed like Nigerians. When you go around the world, they're not dressed like Caribbeans. They're acting, speaking, dancing, and carrying themselves like foundational Black Americans. So people do
they sound
know.
like you?
They
Do you
absolutely
think
do know.
in
Excuse
your
me.
room,
They do what?
do you think people in your room right now, do you think they're as educated and speak eloquently like you?
Many of them are. Yes, there's a lot of people here. We got Dr. Randy Short here. I'm about to let up. It's a brilliant
Oh,
guy. Brilliant. We
okay.
got a lot of brilliant people. Sister Brooke, brilliant, beloved sister. We got a lot of great minds. We Sister Wani
Okay.
comes in and out. We have brilliant foundational Black Americans in this room. But go ahead, dear.
Okay. Okay, dear.
All right.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Oh, goodness. Okay, let me get Dr. Randy Short in the building. Speaking of, and we got highly intelligent people, man. We got the master teacher, Dr. Randy Short, in the building. Dr. Short, how are you, brother?
Yes, man. And
round of applause for you. Got to give you a round of applause.
oh, My God, you're teaching tonight. You should have been there. You should be president of Harvard
Man.
and Howard too. Oh my God. Oh my God. And just, oh my God. Brother, we have to tell people the truth. This is something. It's really bad when folks they do the Elvis Presley thing to us as well.
Yes.
And it's wrong. It's sort of like I have a friend, a good brother, who's Russian and Nigerian by background, but his son is named Fela Kuti.
Mm-hmm.
But Fela Kuti is doing a very bad version of James Brown. Fela Kuti learned he was black in America. Now he's like the king of Afro pop, even though he's deceased. And they're so proud of Fela Kuti, but Fela Kuti learned that here.
Right.
It's all from here. And we're not mad at them for doing that. But Fela Kuti can't touch Louis Armstrong. He can't touch Fat Waller. He can't touch Miles Davis. He can't touch anything here. I ain't mad if they like him with that slow ass shit that they listen to. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But he's copying something. And this is one of the things I don't like about Scam Africanists. Okay. And, I was talking to Sister Wani. I think you just mentioned her. We talked for about 3.5 hours today. And I was talking to her about all the Pan-African work I used to do. And here's the thing I want to tell everybody, which is why I'll be goddamn, Tariq, if anybody try to correct me. I was in a Pan-African group, did everything. And I asked, hey, can we ever talk about America? Can we ever talk about the police kill?
Mm-mm.
And
Okay.
I stopped.
Go ahead.
They didn't give a damn about anything that happened.
Uh-oh, Dr. Short. Uh-oh, Dr. Short. Where you at, brother?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you kept going. You're going in and out.
You know what that's about, right? Because when Sister Brooke came on, I couldn't hear one word. I just got off the phone with her. They attacking your space because you're teaching so hard. But I was saying, when I used to do all kinds of work with Pan-African groups, whenever you would ask them, can we do something or even talk about Black American stuff, they would laugh. In fact, they wouldn't even meet, or they would say, none of y'all are interested in us. I says, well, could we have a meeting close to where we live? No. They want to meet in white areas so nobody Black would come and then curse us for not coming. But they want our effort, but they do not want to share any reciprocity. It's the same way when the Caribbeans went and asked for reparations from England and they got flipped off. When they went and asked for reparations back when Obama was president, there was no mention of reparations for us. Yet these devils come here and denounce our getting reparations, try to sabotage our shit. But when they went to get theirs, they got turned down. Some of them are trying to hijack our stuff here, either deny it to us or say they get a piece of ours. Can you imagine? It's like a home invasion. And no, pardon my language, you got to get the fuck out. It's our house. I don't hate anybody. Just as sure as I'm talking to you, I'm talking to my friend in Malawi whose life I saved. I don't hate folk in Africa, but we got to deal with the fact that we got a cross and a struggle and a cause and a history and a legacy and a lineage. And I like the way you delineated with, pardon my language, I'm going to say it, that bush bitch that you had on, who's trying to hook up with that. Because to me, if you sold us out, we can't be the same people, the same way, no matter how great a general. The best American general in the American Revolution until he sold out was who? Benedict Arnold. But once he sold out, none of the good he did mattered. None of our connections matter at the point that you betrayed us and sent us into genocide and servitude. That's when we cease to be yours. Okay? So I don't hate anyone. I claim my lineage wherever it is, but we've got our struggle here. And you rarely find anyone that wants to stand 10 toes down with us here. There are some, and we love them. And we're not mad about where people see. It's not where you come from. It's what you do once you get here.
Right.
And most of the folks are doing is backstabbing, betraying, doing basically a foo-foo Elvis Presley act. And we're not taking it. And brother, keep standing. Let me land so other people can talk. But brother, keep doing it. You have me up here laughing at 4 o'clock it's 5 o'clock almost.
Oh
It's
yeah.
true. Delineate, emancipate, and then compensate.
Yes, indeed. Good man, Dr. Short. Give it up for Dr. Short, ladies and gentlemen. Big GT, what's happening, man?
You can't be coming out here and lying like this. I thought you was a historian, my guy. You're not telling the true history
Okay,
of
what's the
what
lie?
happened.
What's the lie?
That your ancestors also tried to enslave other Africans and got enslaved themselves.
None of my
Like, you have
no,
to tell the truth. Yeah,
no, no, they didn't. It's
yes,
your musty ass
yes.
people that got
That
people caught
means
up.
that
It was
can't be, bro. It can't
it
be.
was your musty ancestors that were selling
It
people,
can't
sir.
be. It can't be, bro. Like, you have to accept it 50
It
50.
ain't no
One of your
50-50.
ancestors was a slave catcher, and one was a victim of a slave
And I
capture. You know what I'm
was
saying? That's how
my
it goes.
family were the victims of your musty ancestors, sir, and that's why y'all failed now because of the karma.
I heard your ancestors were in France selling slaves, my guy, so I don't even know. You know what I'm saying?
That
Your history of your family is even booky. You
no,
know what I'm
nobody.
saying?
I
Like,
don't have any
yeah.
French in my family, so I don't know what
Okay.
old page you got
Okay.
that from. So
Okay.
you tethers
Okay.
lie. So that's it. Y'all were lying back in the 1400s, and you're
Bruh.
lying now, sir.
Bro, this like you had EJ up here coping, that special needs kid that should worry about improving his grades in school, not worrying about Africans and fly squatting and shit. He probably shits his pants still. He can't even go toilet by himself, but he's talking about other.
Well, at least there's a toilet to go to. I mean, you guys come from where you're wiping your ass on the curb, sir. You're shitting on streets and on the pavement, sir. So you cannot talk about our brother EJ, and you
Okay.
have to wipe your ass with ostrich feathers, sir. So you're not going to say anything about our brother EJ at all, sir.
I've seen videos of people in the South shitting in the streets
Oh,
behind
you
their.
ain't seen nobody in the South of the United States sitting in the streets
I've got the video.
unless they're homeless and crazy, or your fellow tethers. Yeah, we don't do that.
Tariq, I've got the video.
No, you
Tariq, I've
don't,
got the
sir. You
video.
don't have a video
Don't
of
make me
any of
post
us,
it, Tariq.
sir. We don't have a
Don't make me
video.
post it,
You
Tariq.
don't have a
Don't
video.
make me post it.
No, you don't have a video of
Don't
us
make...
doing that, sir. No, that's not part of the culture, sir. They have to have signs in your homeland telling you to chill out with shitting on the streets, sir. I mean, good grief. That's why you're up there in the UK right now, stanking, eating some English muffins, sir. So just recognize that
Please,
you had
Tariq.
to split from the shit. All right, let's just keep it a buck. All right. So
The
anyway,
obsession with shitting and
get out of here. All right, you had to split from the shit. All right, let's get Bad Ika in the building.
Yes, sir. Thank you. I'm a Somalian tether,
Okay.
and I want 50 lashes for all the disrespect these tethers from Africa bring over here and disrespecting our brothers. And in Africa, especially Somalia, we don't have a country. We don't know how to run a government or anything. We're running from our country. We're coming to America, and we're disrespecting our brothers, African American brothers. I don't accept that.
There you go. Now I appreciate you calling them out. Captain, what's up, Captain? Captain, you can unmute that mic. That'll be phenomenal. Captain, Mr. Captain, that would be great. All right. Oh, yes, indeed. Captain, where you at, man? Hurry up. Get up in here with that janky phone. All right. All right, let's get uh, Descendant. Let's get Descendant up here. I remember you from the other day. I can't remember what the conversation is. Descendant. Hop in, Descendant. Mr. Descendant, it would be great if you can unmute your mic. There's some connectivity issues going on. So usually it's like that with tether phones. So I don't know what you guys got going on. but both of your phones are having a janky time loading up. All right. So while we're waiting on that, let's try. Let me get a new face. We've been in here for a long time, by the way, too. We've been up here for a long time. Let's get Captain. Let's get Captain. Let's try Captain again. And then we'll get Descendant again. Captain, you good?
I'm good. Hi, Tariq. How are you?
I'm good, Captain. How are you? What's on your mind?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Oh,
Descendant,
descent.
Trash.
Descendant, hold on.
No, hell no. You do that every time, bro. Trash.
Okay, you're just gonna bogart your way in like this is the immigration office? I mean, don't you got to sit down and you gotta
Yo,
sit down and take a
also
number.
janky ass
You gotta
shit.
sit
You're
down.
like, I'm gonna
You
bring
gotta
some.
sit down and take a number, sir. You just can't run across the border. This is not the U.S. border where you just got you a bag of bushmeat running across the damn field. Calm down, Descendant. What are you upset about? Descendant, what are you upset about, sir? Okay, you're just not gonna just start talking all willy nilly, just bogarting your way in. No, it don't work like that, sir. You got to sit down, put some deodorant on, and wait for your number to be called. All right, while we're waiting on Descendant to demystify himself, let's get Captain. Captain, go ahead, brother.
Yeah, thank you, Tariq. So I'm sympathetic to the concerns of the so-called Foundation of Black African. I'm quite sympathetic to that.
And you
What's a
muted me
foundational
for
black?
this
What's a
shit.
foundational black African? What's that?
So, just based on your definition, you're talking about a new species of Africans, according to you, if I understand you correctly, that are a product of not just the American social political context, but as well as slavery.
But
So there is that.
no,
Um,
This man's
that
living
term is a
in a white man's society and
man.
complain.
If you don't shut your ass up. But yeah, that term foundational black African, that contradicts itself. You're not foundational because Africa's been around for millions of years. Um,
And you're still living here on Instagram and TikTok.
okay, I'll get you in a minute, Descendant. Calm down. Calm down. I'm not talking to you, sir.
Descendant is
I
sounding
can't wait.
mono.
Let's do this.
I don't know
Okay.
what's
Come
going
on.
on
But
with
you,
Descendant.
Descendant, you're going to have to respect our African brother, though. All right? He's talking.
I do respect
Then let
that.
him
I don't
talk.
respect you because
But let him
you're
talk.
simping people.
Let him talk. You're not in a.
High
Descendant, do
five.
what I
Descendant,
did.
let me talk to my
Go
brother.
eat a goat or
All
something.
right.
Eat a
High
goat while
five.
I'm
All
talking
right,
to Tariq
Descendant, I
for a
got
minute.
you. You're not going nowhere,
Okay.
Descendant. I got you. I got to talk to my brother
I
here
can't
first.
wait.
Yeah, I
I
got
can't
you.
wait. Let him go.
All right.
Let him
All
go.
right. Now, Captain,
Thank, thank, thank,
yeah, like I said,
thank
the
you.
descendant of
I don't know
black.
why niggas can't respect rules. It's so weird.
Right, right.
Anyway,
But yeah, the descendant of
so
black Africans, that's a contradictory term. We're not descendants of black Africans. We're descendants, we're foundational black Americans. You said foundational black Africans. We're foundational black Americans.
Don't
yeah,
get shit
but
up, by the way.
uh,
You're
Dude,
on Twitter right now, simping people. So that's the thing.
I'm
Let the
doing
man
what? I'm
go.
doing what to people? What?
Let the man talk. You're a simp. Go ahead.
Okay, you're just saying random
Descendant,
words,
what's wrong with
descendant.
you?
Okay.
Yo, this guy is
Yeah.
No,
wild.
he's talking about like, oh, I'm so African descendant,
Okay, what I'm
but you're
gonna do, because I'll get you in a second. I just took you off because you act like he thinks this is the immigration office. But yeah,
Mm.
foundational black Africans, that's a contradictory term. Yeah, we're foundational black Americans. Yeah, Africans been around for a long time. Everybody
Are you suggesting that you have no African origins?
never
Is
said
that
that.
what you're suggesting?
Didn't say that whatsoever.
Then, but why isn't the African in your description of this new species of Americans that you are so concerned
Because I'm
about?
not a continental African. See?
So, so when we refer to white Americans as Italian American, European Americans, do we deny them their Americanness? Is there something wrong with that particular description of these species of people?
Yeah, most white Americans, they don't really identify as Italian Americans. Yeah, they would do that when they first immigrated here, but
But what are your presidents doing going to, Ireland, Joe Biden, Obama? everyone with even just a dot of, a small percentage of Irishness, they always want to go to Ireland. What's that about?
I don't even know what that means. I'm just saying we are foundational Black Americans. I can't claim Africa. Africa doesn't claim me. I don't have any citizenship
Well,
nowhere in Africa.
you are generalizing. That's the issue, Tariq. You talk as if you've met every single
I
Africans
don't
and
have
as
to.
though
Well,
Africans are a monolith.
right, but no African nation has granted us easy citizenship and given us anything. So why am I claiming anything in Africa when nothing in Africa is giving us anything? Right?
Yeah, Africans have been busy fighting for their own freedoms
Right.
and so, to be honest with you, and also fighting for economic
Right. So
freedom,
why should I?
that
So
many
why?
of them
Okay.
were
So
less.
you're doing you, and we're doing us. So why
Yeah,
should we claim you?
but what does that translate to? I am not African, denying your ancestry.
Yeah, everybody has African ancestry at one point, right?
What I am saying to you is something a bit more
No,
fundamental than
sir.
that,
Everybody,
Tariq.
sir. White people got African ancestry. That's why when they do DNA tests, there's some African DNA that shows up there. But they've
Yeah,
had
but
an ethnogenesis just like we had an ethnogenesis, sir.
if we get into evolutionary biology, we are going to have several
Right.
contestations. You're taking it for granted that those issues are self-evident. When you talk about evolutionary biology, there are areas where people are still debating, but your ancestry as an African is not in question, is it not?
Everybody has African ancestry. That's what I'm saying, sir.
Okay, so to put it differently, your ancestry. Okay, so for
I
example,
don't have
the-
any African relatives in Africa. I can't
so
go
so
and
you you
I
you you
can't
you
point to a
claim you
cousin.
claim your
I
roots to
can't listen.
Africa are just the same as that of
I
the
I
Chinese. Is
don't
that your
have a
claim?
cousin or an uncle or an auntie in Africa nowhere, sir. This is what I'm saying.
Okay, so for somebody to belong to a people, they must have a people in that
Yeah, that's what a
particular.
lineage. That's what a lineage is, where you can trace cousins, grandmothers, aunts, uncles. That's what a lineage is. You can trace specific
So
people.
me as an African in Europe, if all my peoples were to die, God forbid, then I'm no longer African based on that view.
That doesn't
Is
make
that
any
what you're saying
sense.
to
That
me?
makes zero sense, sir.
You are suggesting that if you don't have people on the continent of Africa, then you're not African.
If
So if by some misfortune, my entire clan were to pass, then I'm no longer African.
No,
By
because
some
you know
miracle, I
that
become
clan. No, 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 no,
European and
no,
only
no, no.
European.
That's like saying if my mother and father died and my grandparents died, that I'm no longer American. No, because I know them. I know the
But that's
lineage.
exactly what you're
That's
saying,
not what
Tariq.
I'm
You're saying you have
saying,
no
sir.
African
That's
ancestry
not what I'm
because you have
saying
no
because
aunties on the
that's
continent of
not what I'm
Africa. That's
saying
what you're
because
saying.
I still know their lineage. I still know my family's lineage. In Africa, you know if your people die tomorrow, you still know their lineage. You still know who your
But
cousin
if I was
was.
an orphan who was picked up by some white family and I do not know my people, and everybody that could tell me about my people is dead, would that mean I'm not African?
Yeah, well, sir, if you have not been there for damn near half a millennia and you've had an ethnogenesis and those nation states don't even exist no more, then no, you're not that no more, sir.
Which nation states are you
Yeah,
talking
none of
about?
them, none of the nation.
The-
But
the-
sir, I've been here
Give
longer.
me an example of
I've
an
been
African
here.
nation and people that
I've
don't
been
exist from
here.
which you came.
My family has been here as foundational Black Americans longer than damn near all of those African nations that are currently there now. The only African nation that was there then was Ethiopia, pretty much. But other than that, those
But
African nations have been
that is
remixed.
not historically true.
Those
We know African kingdoms that exist to this day that have existed for thousands of years.
I,
The Shaunas, the
those are
Bugandas, we have
tribes.
the
Those are just tribes. Those are
Ashantis.
just tribes. Those are tribes. Those are not kingdoms no more. Those are
But Africans
tribes.
are a tribal people, just like Europeans were a
Right,
tribal
but no,
people.
those are
They were
those
not
are
nations,
roaming
but
those are
tribes.
roaming tribes, sir. Those kingdoms no
But so
longer
were
exist.
Europeans.
Right, but yeah, those are
The
roaming. So
Saxons
yeah,
and the
so
Scots,
sir,
they're all
slow
just a bunch of tribes.
down. Those roaming tribes have been remixed. So they roam one place, then other people become part of that tribe, then they move a little farther south, then other people become parts of that tribe. So it's a rotating tribe that rotates people, sir. It's not the same group of people. You understand? So yeah, they rotate in Rome, and then what
Can you
happens?
give me a concrete example of such a people? Is what I'm asking. Because the Scots are a tribe. They maintain their distinct identity, so do the Irish. In Africa, the Bashonas. They've existed for a very long time. They're an ancient people.
Hmm.
So are the Bugandas. So are the Bembas. They're as some of them are as ancient as Egypt.
Hmm.
So,
And
which people? Give me an example of a people
now,
in
are you
Africa
saying now
that
what
are a
now
new
which
people
slow
that are no
down?
longer the people
Now,
that they've
which
always been.
tribe do you say have been there longer than the people of Egypt? Are you saying they've been in the same location?
I said they are as old as the people of
Have they
Egypt.
been in the same
Remember, are you familiar
location?
with the Bantu migration, Tariq?
Have they been in the same location?
Are you familiar with the Bantu migration?
Yeah,
No people
yeah,
have ever been in the same.
they've
No
always
people have
moved
ever been in
around.
the same place all the time. Africans were no.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The people move around, they migrate all over, so they're not in one spot. That's why
Tariq, Tariq, Tariq.
we can't claim any of those areas because they've been revolving and moving and being remixed for centuries. So they cannot point to one group of people over there and say, "Hey, you're part of that."
This is the
Because
concern I have with
okay,
Black Africa.
man, family, and this guy is proving my point for me, and he knows this. You can't point to no group in Africa now and say you're that. They've been remixed too much over there. They've had their little ethnogenesis. They've been tribes by name, but the people have been remixed. So yeah, we're different. We've had an ethnogenesis. That's what I'm saying. So I'm
I'm
not.
asking you which people are those? I studied African history. Give me an example of such a people. You're generalizing.
You just did,
Africa,
sir. You've already did. You've already said that
there are
they've
more
moved
differences
around.
between Africans than.
You've already said how the people have moved around and had Bantu migrations. You
Will you
said
allow
that.
me to clarify?
You
Because
said
you keep
that,
on
sir. I'm
muting me,
agreeing with.
Terry.
We're actually in agreement, sir. So I don't know what the difficulty is. We're in agreement, right? And we had a
Will
foundational
you
Black
allow
American.
me to make my point instead of
Yeah,
muting me?
yeah. You're not muted. You're not muted, sir.
Oh, okay.
Go
So what
ahead.
I'm saying is, here's how Africans lived. There were tribes in Africa where, for example, certain seasons it gets dry in one part of the country, they would move their cattle to the place which is raining. But when that place becomes dry, they'll cross the river to the part which is raining. They would move looking for food. It doesn't mean they change the country, they just change parts of the country.
No, the country has changed. The ecology
What
has
do you mean the
changed.
country has
Yeah, if there's
changed?
a drought, a lot of those places, like the Sahara Desert was not always a desert. There were tribal groups on there thousands of years
We
ago.
know where our
Listen, and
ancestors
when
are
it became,
buried
and
for
when it, listen, come on now. When it became a desert, people had to move somewhere else. So they had to migrate based on ecology, environment, invasions. When the Muslims came, those Arabs came invading Africa. When the Hyksos came and invading Egypt, people had to move here, move there because of certain circumstances. Just like us, our circumstance. We came here, we were brought here, and we mixed in with the other black people who were here for thousands of years. That's called an ethnogenesis, sir. So
America is about 500 years old.
yeah,
There are nations
but
in Africa that are older than that. What are you talking about,
sir,
Terry?
most of the nations over
You are
there
younger than the
now,
Zulus in years.
sir.
And yet you discount the Zulus and
The
you take
no,
America
no,
seriously, which is
no, that's
500
not
years
true. The
old.
Zulus didn't get by name until like the 1600s. The Zulus are
The
relatively new.
Zulus are Ngunis. Zulu is the new name, but they are Ngunis.
Right.
And
So the name,
Ngunis
right.
are
So
all
the
over the country.
names, this is what I'm saying. Yeah, the Zulus, that name is not an ancient thing. That name has only been around for a
But
few hundred
Ngunis are
years.
an ancient people.
Yeah, but yeah, they got remixed and they brought in other people, mixed in with other people, and then in the 1700s, they became the Zulus then, sir.
Mixed with who? Give me an
With other people
example.
who
We marry
migrated
each
down in
other
South
as
Africa.
Africans. It
With
doesn't.
other people who migrated down there in South Africa. You have all types of different tribes that are nomadic.
Which ones is the
Then you,
question I'm asking?
dude, you got all types of them. What you mean?
What you
Which
need?
all of them are nomadic? Sir, what tribal group has been in one place in Africa for thousands of years? Who? You tell me. What group in that? What tribe has
Unmute me.
Okay, there you go. What tribe has been in Africa in the same place for thousands of years?
Okay, so
That's a
for example,
question.
the Bemba people, one.
Bimba, where
The
in what
Shona
location?
people
What
of
location?
Zimbabwe. The Shona people of Zimbabwe are so ancient that some of the structures that have been built in Zimbabwe are older, or even as old as parts of Egypt,
Right.
is the point I'm making.
The Bimba people are where?
Of Zambia, for example.
In Zambia. Okay.
Yes,
And
the
the
Mwatakazembe
Zimba, the
people,
Bimba
the
people have been
Ushis, the Bisas, the Lubas of Zambia,
the Bimba.
and
Are you
Congo.
saying the Bimbas have been the same group right now? That's
Same group, same place. We can trace their kings as far. They're much older than America as a people.
okay. And here's the problem: if
Mm.
they've been there for thousands of years and people don't even know how to build roads and toilets and
What
infrastructure,
has
and they're still
development got to
struggling,
do with
we
whether a
ain't that.
people are
I ain't
ancient,
that.
Tariq?
I ain't that. Okay, I ain't that. If y'all been there that damn long and you still shitting in the streets, I'm not that. That
Who
proves that I'm
said
not
people
that.
shit on the
There's
street?
something
That's
they
just a
ain't doing
cheap. That's
right.
a cheap shot,
We
Tariq. You know
no
that.
no no. We got
People
a
are
different
shitting on the
mindset.
streets in San Francisco. What are
No,
you
they're
on
not. No,
about?
they're
That's
not.
a
No,
cheap
sir, we're
shot.
not still living in
You're
dilapidated
shitting on the streets
villages.
in San Francisco.
If you've been in the same damn place for 1,000
America
years,
is developed. Why are
and
people
you
shitting on the
shitting
streets in San
and
Francisco?
you are sitting in a dilapidated village shitting on the sidewalk, we're different, sir. That's what I'm
That's just a
saying.
cheap shot. Let's have an
That's not a
honest
cheap
conversation.
shot. Let's keep it a buck. That's not a cheap shot. I'm different. We're different. We're not the same as a foundational Black American. We built all types of
You're
shit.
different
We
because you are
built all
bigoted.
types of
That's
shit. No,
all,
sir.
Tariq. You're
We
different
built all
because
types
you're
of shit within a
bigoted.
couple of
That's
hundred
all.
years. No, no. We built all types of things within a couple of hundred years. Sir, you're not going to tell me I'm the same as a group that's been in the same place for 1,000 years and they have not built roads. They still got dirt roads, huts, and shitting on sidewalks, sir. We're different, and you
Our
prove that.
ancestors in your blood,
Yes,
they
indeed. Thank you so much. You
disagree.
proved my point. Thank you so much. Thank you for proving my point, sir. All right. Thank you for proving my point. We're different. We're very different. I'm not going to be in the same place and with a damn dirt road. Ain't nobody figured out how to make concrete and asphalt yet, huh? And we over here got 50,000 patents coming out of slavery, and we're the same? No. No disrespect. I'm not even saying that to be disrespectful. I'm just saying that to be logical and practical. Yeah, we're different. That's what I'm saying. We're different. Yeah, I'm not claiming that. Yeah, I'm foundational Black American. Yeah, I'm not claiming that. Oh, we got all the tethers in. Oh, a Pia's about to come. Oh, the tethers are mad now. The room is getting real musty. Oh, we got a Pia. Oh, the room got mud. They didn't like that. They don't like me bringing those truth. Oh, we got Ashy Apia. He's in here. He popped up like a musty candy man. Ashy Apia, what's happening?
Disgruntled wannabe white Tariq.
Oh
What's going on?
Lord, that's you projecting, Negro. That's you
Okay.
projecting. That's you when you ain't over in Ghana. You over here in LA with me, in the city that my people got popping. Shout out to Biddy Mason. But go ahead.
All right. I'm not even going to get
I
into
know
that
you're
part.
not, but go ahead. You're gonna get into
You
your
was
Uber and drive us some orders around, but go ahead.
yeah. I'm trying to do that real quick. But before I do that, let me ask you a
Ask
question.
me up here.
So if you tell me, you're telling me, right? Per your own statement, if the Tariq family, right, let's say move from the United States and settle, let's say, in Morocco, does that mean that they lose their family, clan, heritage, lineage, based on the fact that they move from one place to the other?
Yeah, if I'm in Morocco for 500 years, then yeah, there's going to be an ethnogenesis that happens in that time space.
Okay, what's your definition of
That
ethnogenesis?
means you become a whole different ethnic group based on ecology, environment, experiences, and history and lineage. We have a very
Okay,
unique lineage that's unique and different from yours, Apia. That's why we're different.
listen, the only thing I agree with you today, right, is the fact that we're different. Clearly, we're different, bro. We are 100% different. Like, come on, dog. Ain't no way you would find an African with such mindset like yours.
You
So we
damn
different.
right. I agree. I
Listen.
agree.
You would
You damn right, because my mindset is not to flee. So you're right. I agree.
listen,
I agree.
listen, listen,
Yeah, my mindset is
listen.
to stand on business and not flee. So yeah, I agree.
Okay, all right. Let's bring it back to
Mm-hmm.
LA. You and I are in LA, right? So we can talk about LA
Mm-hmm.
now. Okay, let's look. Let's use the black community in LA as an example. You live in Chalkworth, right? That's where you at.
Uh-huh.
Okay, great. It's not like Inglewood, right? You know that there's gentrification going on in Inglewood.
Yeah.
They've moved the black folks all the way to what's the name? Almost 100 miles away from LA. What's the name?
Lancaster, there are a lot of black,
Yeah,
yeah,
etc.
Riverside,
Yes,
all over the place. Yeah, they got black folks all over the place based on their
exactly,
economics. Yeah.
exactly. How? Listen, which part of Lancaster is right there? You know the big talk you're doing, all the rah rah you're doing. Look at Lancaster,
What about it?
a very terrible place.
No, it's not. No, it's
Nothing like.
not. No, it's not.
Come
Lancaster's
on,
not a
come
terrible
on,
place.
come on,
Terrible
Tariq.
how?
You know,
Terrible
listen, you
how?
know listen,
Terrible how? No, no, no.
drugs.
Terrible
Listen,
how?
no, no, no.
Terrible
I'm
how?
telling you.
Terrible
Listen.
how? Answer the damn
Let me
question.
tell you then. Let me
What you
tell you.
talking about?
Right?
Terrible?
No. Let me tell you. First of all, right? When we talk of poverty, like first
Ain't no
class poverty,
poverty in no damn
uh,
Lancaster like
what?
that. What
What?
poverty?
You ever been there?
Yeah, I had a house in
Look,
Lancaster before.
listen. When we talk
You
of
got a bunch of
abject
suburban
poverty,
homes in Lancaster. It's not no
oh no,
poverty
please
out
stop
there
it.
like that.
Stop
What
it. No,
poverty in
stop it, Tariq. No,
Lancaster?
no, Tariq, stop it.
What
All right,
poverty
Lancaster.
is okay? You ain't just gonna sit here lying. What poverty is in Lancaster? Lancaster, the cost of living is hella cheap out there. What poverty is in Lancaster?
Let me ask you. You're gonna you saying that
Okay,
the black folks?
what's that in the background? What is that? You got,
Man, cut it out.
no,
Cut it out.
are those
Oh,
kids in there?
what has that got to do with the
What are
conversation?
them
My
kids
question
doing
to
up
you
this
is:
time?
are you saying
What are
that?
them
See, the
kids?
way
Wait,
you
hold
talk, you say
on.
you stand.
What the hell are them kids doing up this time? It's like 2 in the morning. What them kids doing up over there? Do you have them kids up there doing Postmates orders with you? What the hell are you doing with them kids up late? Hold on. Why you got them kids up delivering Postmates? What the hell is wrong with
All
you
right.
up here?
All right. That's a good
Hold
one.
on,
Back to the
hold on.
subject
Wait,
matter.
wait. There's a little African kid at my door. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I got an African kid. I think it's one of your kids. Come up here. Wait.
You got
Hello?
your order yet?
Hello? Hello? Open the door, nigga. Hello? This is the Peter Jr. Open the door. I got some dead taco for you, nigga. Open the door. It is cold out here, nigga. The milkshake is going to melt, nigga. Open the goddamn door. I gotta go back home to daddy. It is cold out here. I'm going to freeze in my dashiki, nigga. It is hurry up, open the door and get the Burger King order. I'm wearing flip-flops and an overcoat. Open the door, nigga.
All right. I had to pee. I'm sorry. All right. Any last words to pee? I had to get you, brother. I'm sorry. How you got this?
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to say to
There
you,
you
Tariq.
go.
Hey,
All
I'll
right.
see you
All
later.
right.
I ain't got nothing to say
There
to
you
you
go.
today.
Thank you. All right. You got them damn kids up this time of night. Good freaking grief. Oh, goodness. All right. Anyway, y'all, look, I'm gonna be on here. I'll be on here all night with y'all messing around. All right, let me get up out of here, family. Let me begin on that note. Yeah, and everybody, listen, I need everybody to go to Hidden History Museum. Make a contribution to the Hidden History Museum, everybody. That is our institution. Grassroots from top to bottom. Everybody contribute to the Hidden History Museum at hiddenhistorymuseum.com. We got a great book you can get at the website called Hidden Heroes from A to Z. Phenomenal book. Go to rootworkstyle.com to get your Rootwork deodorant, rootworkstyle.com. All right, and go to microphonecheck.com to get the greatest movie on hip hop, Microphone Check at microphonecheck.com. All right, I'm up out of here, guys. Popia Kute, Lulavuve to the family. Peace.
You wait, you wait. Yeah, 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 yeah. You wait, you wait. Ooh, yeah, 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 yeah. You wait.